As most people are aware, John McCain earlier this week announced that he had been diagnosed with brain cancer. He does intend to go back to the Senate. We don't know if he's going to continue his term, what's going to happen with his diagnosis. To an extent, depending on when they caught it and how developed it is, it could be treatable, could be curable. I think there's only about a 4% chance of that, a 4% success rate for treating this particular type of cancer. Nonetheless, the response overall from both Republicans and Democrats has been civil, as it should be. In this particular instance, whether you like him or you dislike him, it's inappropriate and uncalled for to attack John McCain or celebrate the fact that he was diagnosed with what could potentially be terminal cancer. But there is one group in the United States that seems to think that this is punishment for John McCain not being a blind loyalist to Donald Trump. And that group is the alt-right. On social media sites, 4chan, Twitter, Reddit, hard alt-right Donald Trump supporters are saying that this was godly justice that John McCain got this potentially terminal diagnosis. They're celebrating it, saying that's what you get for not blindly supporting Donald Trump. You deserve this. Those are just a few of the comments, and to be honest, those are some of the nicer comments that some of these idiots are out there making online. They go on to further call him some pretty grotesque names, some of the names that were thrown around a lot during the campaign. But nonetheless, John McCain doesn't deserve any of that. If you want to go after John McCain, you go after his record. His cancer is neither punishment for anything that he's done in his life or God's way of inflicting justice upon him. It happens to good people, it happens to bad people, it happens to everyone in between. John McCain got brain cancer because John McCain got brain cancer. Not because he didn't support Trump, not because he unleashed Sarah Palin on the world, and not because of his voting record. It certainly wasn't because of his time in Vietnam or his time as a prisoner of war. It wasn't because he was tortured. It was just because John McCain developed brain cancer. It could happen to anyone. There's no reason to make this uncivil. If you don't like John McCain, go after his policies, go after his voting record, that's fine. But the cancer thing, the fact that this man is likely going to die and leave behind his wife and his daughter, people who do love him and support him and respect him, that is sad. And that is the only response that any of us should have to this particular diagnosis. And I think a lot of Democrats understand that. They try to be civil at these times. But when you have a part of the Republican Party, the alt-right, out there celebrating this because he wouldn't blindly support Donald Trump, that is absolutely disgusting. There is nothing admirable about the alt-right. There's no redeeming quality about those human beings that consider themselves a part of this. They are disgusting, atrocious, troll-like individuals that do not deserve any kind of platform on which to spew their hate. And they seem to have found it online. They seem to be flourishing under Donald Trump, and they love him because he is exactly like them. And that's only one more reason why we need to get that man out of office as soon as possible. If you like this video, make sure that you like, comment, and share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you want to help support Ring of Fire, go to patreon.com/TheRingOfFire, become a monthly patron to help support independent progressive media.